A 5 o'clock start often requires a well planned night before work. If you go to bed too late or you can't have a good night's sleep for some reason, it can be a quite challenging shift next day. But if you are an early bird and have adopted this routine well over the time, this shift is the shift you want the most as you get done with work quite early. When you reach at work, first thing you do, you sign on and pick up the paperwork for the duty of that day. Once you know your bus number, you head to the yard and find your bus. All the buses are usually cleaned, prepared, and parked for the duties next day in order, so that early starters can easily find and maneuver them out of the yard next morning. It's made sure by the depot management that all electric buses are left at their charging points in the yard overnight. If any bus has been left in town for any reason, that is brought back into the yard before the day finishes. This is the bus I will be driving today. I'll first turn on the master switch and ignition and make sure that all electrical are working as they should. Then I complete the first user checks on my bus, which includes walk-around checks and internal inspection. You normally start from the front of the bus. Keeping the checks in order helps you not miss anything in the checks. So I always start from the top. Marker lights, destination banner, and all other lights, for example, headlights, indicators, fog lights, all must be in working order and must not have any cracks or missing flaps. Windscreen must be free from any chips, cracks, or dings. Wipers tension must be serviceable. Operator's license must be in date and legible. All the panels should be intact and not misplaced. There shouldn't be any sharp edges sticking out of the bodywork which can catch objects on the road. Tires' tread depth must be at least 1 millimeter across the entire circumference of the tire and must not be worn more than the legal limit. There must not be any exposed wires, bulges, cuts, or dimples on the side of the walls. Wheel nut markers should be aligned as they should. There shouldn't be any leaks from the hub of the wheel either. You also have to make sure that the emergency exit door opens and closes as it should. Make sure you repeat all the checks you made at the first corner and first tire of the bus. Once you have made sure that you have completed all the external checks, you then move inside the bus and check the saloon area, where you check if the stop belts are working. Make sure all the seats are clean. If seat belts given, check if it pulls out and retracts the way it should. Check if any seat cushions is loose or detached or has anything sharp on it. At the end, we will check the saloon lights and headlights with flashlights to make sure everything is in serviceable condition. Once you've made sure all of your checks are complete, now you can leave the yard and head to the starting point of your service, which in our case is Harper Avenue. There's few services in town which run to the hospital, but only 7A and 7 run to the hospital and back to the town. The only difference is 7A serves Harper Avenue area first, then serves Town Hall and train station side, and Service 7 does the opposite. This is the final stop for this trip and turning point for this service. Now we will head back to Burton Town, serving Town Hall and train station. I hope you guys enjoyed this morning with me. I'll be sharing more stuff of similar kind in the future. In the coming videos, I'll explain all the possible ways to become a bus driver in the UK and a lot more. So please keep in touch. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Take a lot of care of yourselves and be safe. Thanks for watching.